Hello, gentlemen. We're back on College Football 25, and today I'm going to break down a mini scheme for you out of the Alabama playbook, and the formation is going to be Gun Trips Halfback Week. As for some information regarding this formation, this is a 4 wide receiver set. If you want to audible around to, let's say, bunch tight end or something, you do want to put a tight end in at one of these wide receiver spots, but that is completely up to you. As for your custom audibles, we're going to set them up like this: flood switch, halfback off tackle, cross slot option, halfback angle screen, and the play we're going to come out in is going to be halfback direct. So this is halfback direct. I'm going to make an announcement while I'm snapping this because there really isn't much to say. It's just a direct snap to your halfback, and it can get some really good blocking. You also can hit the gaps like this, and you're going to get this exact snap from your center every single time where it goes to your running back, and this is actually going to be pretty good versus double mug. But as for the announcement, if you guys are a member of acemadden.com, and you guys are expecting College Football 25 content, rest assured that I am going to be posting more very soon. For the past month, I've been focusing on Madden 25, and I'm pretty comfortable in that game now. I kind of know what's going on, so I'm going to split my time now between the two games, and I shall start working on my new offense very, very soon. Oh, and one more thing I want to mention. I have been posting daily tips on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. And I've just kind of been enjoying it because I can just post 2 or 3 minute videos on there instead of having to focus on getting like 7 to 10 minutes on YouTube. So if you guys want to see that content, just go follow me. I'm going to post the link in the description as well as the comment section. It's all free. And hope to see you guys there. And for the second run play, we have halfback off tackle. And this is actually pretty good versus double mug. So we'll just call mid blitz. And there's typically going to be a gap kind of like right here, because the offensive line leaves the backside guy unblocked, and then the other 5 guys just get picked up. And it's just hat on hat, basically. Now, if they bring the safety up, that's man up to the running back for their user, they are going to have an extra guy in the box, and that can make it harder to get big gains. But overall, off tackle, outside zones, runs like that, get pretty good blocking against this front. Okay, so the first passing play is going to be flood switch, and we'll run this against random. So you want your trips to be on the wide side of the field, so ball's on the left hash, trips is going to be on the right, and then vice versa. You just always want to have the most space to work with your trips. And the setup for this one is going to be corner route the inside slot receiver, which is A. And then you're going to stem down your ISO receiver, or your backside guy, which is X. So Y, X, hold LB or L1, left stick down once, and this is what your final play art should look like. Now, the guy you want to hit is the corner route because it's going to be your biggest gain. But if he's not there, you're typically going to have your zig or your backside dig. So let's have a look. Against man coverage, corner route can gain separation. The backside dig is also going to gain separation. I would say versus man coverage, the zig is going to be a little bit scary to throw when it's out there. Like right there, there's a corner route. If the user goes and takes that, you're typically going to have the backside dig. That's why we stem him down, just so he comes across a little faster. Run it just a couple more times. If this guy gets jammed, sometimes you can throw the zig, but you see how it's scary when he's this far out? It gives that man coverage defender a chance to recover. So I'm a huge fan of zigs from the slot position, but from the outside receiver, it's definitely a little bit scary. There's the corner route. So that's the first setup for flood switch. For flood switch number 2, this is going to be a bomb setup. Now, it can be used against other coverages as well, but I'm just going to start with cover 3, just to show you it is going to be a one-play touchdown if you do get enough time to throw it. So the setup is going to be zig your inside receiver, which is A, and then hit Y, X for your ISO receiver. And depending on what your hot routes say, because this is actually glitched, it's giving us slot receiver routes for some reason. Like, we don't have access to a comeback. We have a flat, which doesn't really make any sense. But I do know that this is a thing in the game where if the ball is on one hash, sometimes this guy's going to glitch out. So if you don't have access to a comeback, you're going to put him on a corner route, and it's going to do the same thing. The whole point of it is just to kind of distract his outside third on this side. And then the final step is going to be putting B, which is the outside trips receiver, on a post or a deep cross. It's kind of up to you which one you want to pick. I would say they both have their own pros and cons. Deep cross is going to develop faster, separate versus man better. But the post gets further upfield. It's more likely to be a one-play touchdown if you get enough time to throw it. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, again, you do need a lot of time to throw this. But as you can see, we do get into this window and get the one-play touchdown. And then here's what it looks like against cover 3 with a deep cross instead of a post. Again, it develops a little bit faster, which is kind of nice. But you sometimes won't get the one-play touchdown because the outside cornerback on the weak side has an opportunity to make a play or at least make the tackle. But it's still a big gain. It's hard to complain about this, and it does develop faster, so it does have that perk. And then if they come out in a different coverage, you're not totally screwed. You still have your zig as kind of a check down option. And in some cases, the post is still going to be a good read. So like right here, post is still good. But overall, this is a bomb setup. It isn't going to be good versus literally everything. But you're not screwed. You have the zig. It's going to be a good option if they're not in the coverage that you expect. The next passing play is going to be cross slot option. And for this one, we are going to start by zigging the middle receiver, which is RB, and then streaking the ISO receiver, which is X. And then for your running back, you can leave him on this flat against zone coverage. If it's man coverage, you typically want to put him on a Texas. That'll give you an extra man beating route. And then if they're blitzing you heavy and you need an extra blocker, go ahead and block him. But right here, this is probably cover 2 man, it seems. So let's put him on a Texas. And versus man coverage, you do want to look at zig first, and then crosser, and then Texas or dig. Let's have a look. It's like right here, cover 2 man, zig is going to separate. Might be man coverage again. Let's have a look. Go ahead and use Texas again. So it's a zone. I'm going to high ball here. Pressure was really good. Okay, so this is man coverage. Might be a cover 0. Go ahead and just block. So remember, you want to look at your zig first, then move to your crosser, then your backside dig. So versus off coverage, the zig is typically going to win. And against press, he'll win most of the time. Right here, I'll leave the running back on his flat. Feel free to check it down if you'd like. Not going to get the biggest gain in the world, but it is a read. So like right here against double mug, you got to be careful sending your running back out. I'll go ahead and block him. Highball that. And then if it's not there, you'll probably have your backside dig. So let's try to throw it. I'll try to throw my backside dig here. Just like that. And then for cross slot option number 2, we are going to streak the inside receiver, which is A. You can drag or in route RB. I think in route's actually going to be better most times. And then we're going to stem the in route from B up 3 times. So Y, B, LB, then 1, 2, 3. Very deep, I know. You could probably get away with 2, to be honest with you, but let's be greedy. Try 3. And you can read the C route. C route's going to beat man coverage. It's also going to beat a outside third. And the whole idea is to try to get it to this deep dig for a chunk gain, like right here. And it's very hard for that to get usered because it just goes so deep. And it beats man coverage. It gets behind yellow zones. It's one of my favorite routes in college football, just this stemmed up in route, which is very, very good. In this case, that zone defender actually got way back. But just trust me, your opponent's not going to see this route coming. You can check it down to the running back if you want. Get your 5 to 10 yards. In this case, against man coverage, if they're pressing you, you can, of course, use the stem glitch. You can just curl route A, stem him all the way to the end zone. Basically acts as a streak, and then if they press you, you do have that added benefit of winning off man press. There's your dig again. Last time I'll run it. There's a C route. And then we do have a couple screenplays. So halfback angle screen is going to be one of them. And then we also have wide receiver mid screen. I'll go ahead and call that one first. And make sure you hit B or circle so you can see everybody. And this one's going to be kind of nice because it's kind of like a tunnel screen. So we'll go to instant replay. Your wide receiver actually comes back to you, which is nice. I like having that as a screen. Outside receiver comes towards the quarterback. We get our blocking upfield. And then our lane is going to be up towards the middle of the field. I don't know why the instant replay is so glitchy right now. But it's very unlikely this gets picked off. And honestly, if they're playing off coverage, this is going to be very good. But if they are playing press man, be careful. It can definitely get picked off just like this. Now, if we go to halfback angle screen, this one's interesting because it actually is kind of a man beater because it's an angle route from the running back. I like how he comes back in. So if they're using mid blitz or something, this is actually a pretty good screen against mid blitz. See how he comes back in. Offensive lineman get upfield. And overall, very good screen. Anyways, that's it for the scheme breakdown. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please drop a like. If you did, it really helps the channel grow. And then let me know in the comment section what you guys want to see next. And then, of course, if you're new, make sure to subscribe. I'm posting content on Madden 25 and College Football 25.